And here we are. We are back. We are back in Quaramonte. We are here because George and Nico found clues for about Condor Transglobal, and they seem to be some sort of artifact smuggling ring. And now we're just following the clues to find out what's going on. So let's have a look. Let's have a chat with Pearl. Let's have a chat with Pearl.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
We ain't speaking.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil-sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own?
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
All about the photos, isn't it? All about the selfies. But there's selfies back then? Of course there were
Is
selfies.
Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
A snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres. The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
Nice.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Oh, let's do the dart.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
I'll stand corrected.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
Wow, that was... George, man. What's wrong with you?
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Hoo-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
I could say that about someone else I know. Big D.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
Oh, look at Nico just walking around in the background there. Where's she off to? Oh, no, okay. Just have a look at the old shack there. Oh, yep. About face and go. Right, let's talk about the eclipse.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
What's she
It's about
wearing
an
then?
eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
Alright, okay.
Catch you later, Pearl.
See you, Pearl. Let's go in the police station. Because if you remember from last time, these boys, their mate, has been arrested. So let's go find out what we
Nico.
can do. Oh. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that.
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor.
Oh,
With the mine
goodness.
closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations.
Is this Oublié?
Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
What about
Thanks.
there?
My name's George Stobbart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Oh, here we go.
Nicole Collard Enchanté, mon général.
Enchanté. Oh, look at him.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look at the grin.
We'd like
Look
to
at
ask
the
you a few
teeth.
questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Graciento. God, look at that grin. Look at that big shit-eating grin. And look at the game in the background. Look at Space Invaders. Amazing. It must be on demo because no one's playing it. Right. God, look at the size of that grin. My God. Oh, God. Let's talk
This
to him.
is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Was that a dick joke?
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No, I never heard of him.
It's the grin. The grin's proper doing me in.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
Dad's
A
got
lot of
that.
men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Oh, here we go.
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could
Oh,
replace a
oh,
musical
it's-
heritage
oh, it's on,
hundreds
it's
of
on.
years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Oh,
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a
Ronaldo?
guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
well, I'm guessing that's Ronaldo over there. Let's talk about UBA.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier.
Oh, I knew
A
it.
visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Did you say
Si,
UBA?
senor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
Oh, let's ask
What's
more
Ubier
about
doing
him.
in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Oh, it's all about the Mayans.
We've had enough of Quaramonte and we want out.
No, we don't. No, we
Am I
don't.
Stopping you?
The guy at the docks tells me I need an exit visa.
Ask Ronaldo. He'll make the arrangements. That's what he's here for.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's getting a fax. Okay. Well, he's a man of many words, isn't he? Right, let's ask him about some dog biscuits.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is
Oh,
more than a
George,
dog cookie,
What's
senor
wrong with you,
Stobbart.
man? Right, let's embarrass Nico. Let's embarrass Nico.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Panties.
boy, fabuloso!
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you, I never heard of the guy. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing.
He's a sniffer. He's a sniffer.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Souvenir.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Oh. How do you know? How do you know?
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Or to save their friend.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor.
Aha.
Whoever he is,
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, señorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
Convenient.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
Okay. Let's go talk to Ronaldo.
I'll be back. Hi, I'm George Stobbart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Here we go.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The General would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Look at his face, though. Look, he's watching. Where's he looking? Oh, he's looking at Nico. Oh, he's checking her out. Oh.
I'm trying to get out of Quaramonte.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be able to buy back half my family.
Never mind them. What about my visa?
We don't take visa.
I didn't ask if you take a visa. I want you to give me a visa.
I can't help you, senor. I don't understand these things.
Oh, he lied to me.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca.
Tezcatlipoca.
The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
Biscuits.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the General catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Right, well, the General sounds like a thoroughly nice man.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Oh. Okay. Thanks,
So long.
Ronaldo. Let's talk to Nico then.
That man we saw talking to the general was Ubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Ubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah. It's
Nah.
too much of a
Nah.
coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
Quaramonte.
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Oh,
Lonely?
she went to
must have been
Labano
desperate.
to
Couldn't you just
Labanob.
visit the zoo or something?
Yeah, why not?
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great.
God, look at him with his shades. That suave bastard. Yeah.
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in
did
a
know that.
foundry.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh. Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house. Take a look at this.
Take
An
a look at
eclipse
this.
of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Quaramonte. Bug.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, Georges. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it.
A little wriggly worm. It just makes me feel like I'm at home. You know? Right. Chart. Let's see what we can do with a chart. Can we do anything else? Might have to talk to him again. Papers. Oh, he put the paper down, didn't he? Look at him. Look, he's looking at my
Senor.
bum.
Leave that child alone.
I'll leave that child alone. Let's have a look at the papers.
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's.
Yeah, but it came from the fax machine though, didn't it? Monitor.
It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
Are you having a laugh, George? Are you having a laugh?
I decided to leave the television switched on.
Yeah, because you can't get to it. Right, let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see.
It was the poison dart which had stunned...
Let's try that on the General. Oh, he's going to talk to him. I meant throw it at him. Oh.
He would have no interest.
Yeah, true. Oh.
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
Not suitable for tourists. Okay, let's try and go out the back then. Oh, okay. Yep.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the General was sat there.
Right, so we've got to get him away from his desk somehow. So we've got to go out.
The filing cabinet was probably locked.
We've got to go out and basically start a riot. Unless we can go around the back. Nico was walking up that way, wasn't she?
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
That's fair. Oh, look at it. Look at a grin on that.
You came on a little strong with the General.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Oh, he does.
Maybe.
Indeed.
But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot.
I mean, it looks like one, but it's by the
Did you
looks of
notice
it.
that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the General didn't want us to see it.
Right. Let's have a look-see. Oh, cell window. Let's have a look at the cell window.
The cell was vacant.
Oh, there's UBA!
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail.
Wonder if
It
that's
was
the-
Miguel, the
Hey,
pipe player.
it was
Hey,
Miguel.
Miguel! He didn't hear me.
Right. Let's have a word with UBA.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobbart. George Stobbart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Dwayne!
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor here.
Oh my god! Right, let's... Oh, where to start? Where to start?
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Oh.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Oh, he killed her. He definitely killed her. He bleeding killed her.
You shot her, didn't you?
No! I loved Carol. She meant the world to me.
She meant the world to me, but when she said chocolate... No, okay, right. It's,
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Oh. Oh.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
Would you like
You
a
should,
biscuit?
they're good. I can't get enough of these things.
Oh, he's actually eating them. He's actually eating them. You crazy bastard.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca,
Tezcatlipoca.
the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means
Tezcatlipoca.
literally smoking mirror.
Ah, see what
You
they've
see the
done
mirror
now.
shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims.
Ooh.
And victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Wow. What's this over here? Every now and then, this... What is that? Give it a minute. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Oh. Is it? It looks like an arse. It looks like an arse. That it's gonna do a little move. Do a little movement. I won't do it now, will it? Ah, it won't do it now. Alright. Let's talk about Condor.
Do you see this label?
Oh, there we go. Look,
Yes.
it's there. Oh, well.
It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte.
Quaramonte.
Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Convenient.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Oh, it's going to be a reason. It's going to be a
What's
reason.
your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
You wouldn't miss a total eclipse
Does
of the
the
heart.
eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale.
Oh.
The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Well, jeez. I hope
Take a look
not.
at this, Professor. What
That's
do you
my
got to
bank
say about
statement.
that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals,
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobbart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
What plot? What plot? Right, let's leave him alone then. Let's speak to Dwayne. Good old Dwayne.
Are you still working for... you know who?
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Oh, nothing. Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
I do that all the time.
Oh, you do indeed. God, look at this. The grin.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Ah, here we go.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George.
Bit weird.
I underestimated you, son.
Bit weird.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Quaramonte?
Is
Quaramonte.
that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
Interesting.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Maybe we need another riot.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
She'll get over it. Panties.
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George.
Hot
you buy those
stuff?
for your girl?
No. A guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then.
Silence.
Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
Right.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
Quaramonte.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Fair. Dog biscuit.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Fair. Well done, Pearl.
What's in the truck, Dwayne?
Oh, just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in a tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze in comparison.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor
All the music. All the
Transglobal?
music.
I never heard of it, son.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought there was going to be some grand revelation there. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, it's a bloke. It's a bloke. Let's talk to man.
Hi, I'm George Stobbart.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion. Lots of folks lost their lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
It's his legs. I thought he was sitting. I thought he was kneeling down. He's lost his legs.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah, look, I'm not interested in geology.
I am. What?
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He's over there, talking to the bozo in the truck.
Well, yeah, we have just done that. We have just done that.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Fair. Oh. There we go.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No,
Quaramonte?
but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Might as well be the other side of the moon.
I mean,
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
oh, you know
Really?
what? I may be.
Sure.
I may do.
Plenty
I
of
may
food,
do.
Plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Look at the grin.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Here we go. Come on, George. Say it.
What do you think of these panties?
Panties.
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
Bye, my man. Right, let's see. Can I walk up there? Oh. Oh. Oh, I've just walked round the back. Okay. Okay. Right. I reckon we're gonna do something with that goat. We're gonna get the goat off the wall. He's gonna cause havoc, absolute chaos. The general's gonna come rushing out, and then we're just gonna ransack his place. That's got to be what's happening, right? That's got to be it. Talk to him. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
We don't want
How
to talk
come?
about him.
No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a
Quaramonte.
saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. Right, let's leave him alone. Let's go over to the goat. You son of a bitch. Oh. Right. Oh, dog biscuits. Well, what about dog biscuits in front of him? No. Okay. Dog biscuits in front. No. Okay. Right. Let's go upstairs.
Hey, Nico!
Hey, Nico. Hubba hubba. Oh. See that geezer checking out Nico there?
Hola, señora.
Hola,
Hi.
senora.
We were wondering.
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte.
Quaramonte.
Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobbart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
She looks angry. Right, okay.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
Karzak.
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte.
Quaramonte.
We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Okay, fine.
Can you
Mine.
tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage.
Sabotage.
Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Oh. Because the mine is exactly where we want to go,
Where's the
isn't it?
site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Teoculcan.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes, I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Oh. Oh, come on, I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
Would you be interested in these panties?
Oh my
They look
God.
about your size.
Is
What?
that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
They match her hair as well. Right, I'm going to leave dog biscuits till last.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god
Tezcatlipoca.
of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Quaramonte.
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Oh, the Mayan princess, eh?
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I have no idea.
Okay, short and sweet.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
Oh, George.
What's so lucky about it?
You sound
I'm
so
not sure
simple.
yet.
Oh! What?
Nice buns.
What's going on here? Right, we gotta talk to him about some panties.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
One of the boys.
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Yeah, fair enough. Right, come in, George. Let's go offer this guy some panties. Look at his face.
Hi. Good afternoon and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City,
Quaramonte.
may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages.
Yes, please.
A tour of a mine.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
Oh, there's no option for the panties.
How come
No.
you're not wearing any pants?
I feel more alert without them. A kind of perky.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Oh, you naughty, naughty Chitka.
I had nothing else to talk about.
Well, I think you had something to talk about there.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Yeah, okay, fine. Hi. Oh, is he faking being on the phone? Is he? That was a long time. That was a long time.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
Please, please, sir. Go away. Go away.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy? If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
Yeah, she does look like the angry type. Let's leave him alone then. What about this other one? Still wearing shades inside?
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Love it.
Yeah? Cool.
Love it. That's my kind of guy. Let's talk to this guy.
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking
Yes.
forward to seeing it.
Yes?
I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks.
9 days.
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
No. No. Right, let's leave them alone. Come on, George. Let's piss off. Don't want to talk to Nico. There's going to be a cupboard. She's not going to let me go in a cupboard, surely.
Keep out of there.
Yeah, I thought as much.
That's where the explosives are stored.
Is it? Is it though? Alright, let's leave. Nico's got jiggle physics. Did you see that? Did you see that? That seemed very... They didn't need to add that at all, did they? That seemed very unnecessary. Right. Well... Oh god, Nico looks... evil there. Look at her face. Right, let's leave it there. I think I'm going to go away. I'm going to contemplate that this game exists with jiggle physics for Nico, which I didn't even know that needed to be a thing. But I think I'm happy with it. And we'll start again next time. Okay. Goodbye, my love.